All right, so it's looking like Trevor Potter is attempting to expose me for my past as a rap video director, editor from Sacramento, California. And as many of you guys probably already know, as it's never been a secret, that I've shot and edited some of the most iconic music videos in the history of Northern California. And I have indeed solidified my legacy as a top video man as far as grimy street level videos go. And so I was a pretty big deal back in those days, but this was many years ago, and I've since left that industry of shooting music videos to focus on rebranding into a satirist content creator that you guys all know today as Point and Shoot. And so this other videographer who has been very bitter about my uprise made this little video about me yesterday on his channel to try to like make people not like me and somehow ruin my career as a satirist. But the only problem was the video was highly inaccurate and downright slanderous and defamatory. And I felt like it was highly inappropriate for him to do. So for this video, I'm going to be doing a Buckingham style full breakdown of everything that Trevor Potter has accused me of doing and sort of set the record straight with science-based facts, complete with receipts. And this is going to be a highly entertaining piece for you guys. You guys are going to learn a lot of history in this lesson here, okay? So this is going to be a little bit of a different format. I'm going to play Trevor's video, which is not performing well, by the way, and debunk the myths as I go. And by the end, maybe you'll have a much clearer idea of what's been going on. And just for some context here, so Trevor Potter made this video in response to me calling him out in a previous video because he lied about why I don't like him. And so he didn't appreciate me telling the truth. So now he's trying to, I don't even really know what he thought he was trying to do, but I just thought you guys should understand why he made this video. It's a response to me calling him out for lying. And we're going to play this video right now. Watch this.
It seems that I have been called out by Mr. Michael Winters. You guys may know him as Point and Shoot. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of give a response and let you guys know the backstory and history of why Mr. Winters doesn't like me and why we've had this falling out. When I was back on Figg, I did actually say the wrong reason, but it totally wasn't on purpose. It was actually just an accident, and it was just me remembering why I initially said Mac J hit me up to edit the video during the podcast.
Okay, so I don't understand what, so he's saying that he did lie. He's saying that, oh no, he lied, but it was on accident. Okay, let's continue.
So if you guys aren't up to speed, Mr. Winters is upset at me because I lied about why we were beefing in the first place. So here's the clip that he played.
Hear me out.
That's Trevor's off right there.
Is it?
Yeah. Dude, that's
he hates on me, but he's a fan though. He's a fan.
That's the whole reason why he even
going
makes,
in
like,
on
no
everybody.
jumper
That's
videos,
why it's funny.
bro. Apparently, like Trevor had like scammed him years ago.
Oh my!
And because of that scam,
wait, what?
Went
crazy.
Yeah, it was just like some miscommunication about a music video back in the day.
Okay, I felt that.
He
miscommunication
told
about
me
music
he told me to edit this video, and he never gave me a deadline. And then he was just playing around with the artist and not really communicating well. But
and he's
yeah, so that's not going to actually work because Trevor's lying.
What?
And I really didn't want to ever acknowledge Trevor. So that was actually a lie. I didn't care. There was no discrepancy about any deadline or anything like that. Trevor just made that up because he was embarrassed about the snake move that he pulled that we're going to get into right now. So now Trevor's going to come clean about why we actually fell out and why I actually got mad. And listen to this.
What happened was he got upset that I didn't give him his credit in this interview I did with EBK Young Jock and Slowby, rest in peace, where I brought up the fact that I edited this music video called Big Bloody. And in the interview, I said, oh, Mac J hit me up, when initially it was Mike Winters. But I just want to make this video to kind of break down why I even said that in the first place, and to kind of just give background on like how he handled the situation when I did make that interview live and how he just tried to call me out. All right, so to begin this story, he starts off and he DMs me on July 18th, 2020. He says, I have a video of Briss times EBK Young Jock times Mac J, and the song is a banger, but the footage is very low quality. I wonder why. He continues and says, but we want to hire a crazy editor like you to make the video. If you're interested, give a price, or if you don't edit other people's shit, I understand completely. Thank you, bro. So I just want to point out the fact that he said we, implying that it was him and Mac J reaching out to hire a crazy editor like myself.
So this was his reason why he left me out, a known videographer from Sacramento. It's not like no one knows who I am. He left me out of the conversation because I said we want to hire a crazy editor. That's really strange, because if I pluralized the situation, why wouldn't I be included also? It just doesn't really make any sense. He's depending on this to like exonerate him for lying. oh, it just escaped my memory that Mike Winter's the biggest videographer in Sacramento. I mean, it's just really kind of lame that he went with this.
So I respond, I ask him, what's the turnaround and what kind of edits and the budget? He replies, take as much time as you need and I have no idea where to start, but we want to make it dope. It's a 3-minute song, but the last precious footage. What's the range? Because if we can't cover it, we can get the money together. Again, emphasis on we.
Again, Trevor had no contact with Mac J at this point. I'm the one reaching out. I'm the one hiring him. I'm the one paying him. It's just like, can I get credit, please?
I reply, send me the song. He hits me up, what's your number? He sends me the song and we form a deal. All right, so you guys are probably wondering why this is an important piece or why this information is even being said. So basically a month passes and I go on Instagram and I see Mike and Mac J going at it, like posting stories about each other. So I reach out to Mike and I reach out to Mac J because I didn't want it to seem like, oh, I'm lagging on the delivery of the video because, you know, Mike pretty much said, hey, take as much time as you need. And you know, I was busy working at No Jumper at the time and I had a lot of shit going on, so I didn't really make it a priority because he didn't really give me a fucking deadline. So I respond to Mac J's Instagram story where he's talking about Mike Winters and I say, are you talking about the video Mike shot with you, Briss, and EBK? And then Mac J responds.
All right, so I think it's important to point out that Mac J was posting about me from Briss's Instagram after Briss had passed away. And I was furious about that. I was like, why don't you post from your Instagram, Mac J? Why are you posting from Briss's Instagram trying to turn people on me because you didn't get the video back when you wanted to because Trevor Potter was busy at No Jumper and he, you know, didn't want to edit it very quickly. And I never cared about how long it took. He could have taken a year. I don't care. So Trevor sees Briss's Instagram talking about me and he taps in with Mac J to, you know, say that he's sorry, he'll edit the video finally. And this was Mac J. This is what Mac J said to Trevor Potter about me.
Bro, yes. This dude Mike acting like a fucking J-Cat, making it seem like I asked him to ask you to do that shit. Briss blocked him because he was back 2 videos for like 1 to 2 months before he passed, and that was one of them. I'm like, what's up with the video? 1 week he say IDK where the footage is, the next week there's not enough footage, next week no answer. Interesting.
Just wanted to point out that Trevor's entire video is based on Mac J's testimony about me. This is so whatever Mac J says is taken as fact in this video, and Trevor's presenting this as like this is the true story of what happened.
When Briss was here, Mike was just saying you get somebody else to edit it. So after he passed, I tell Mike send me the footage so I could have somebody edit it or whatever. So in this video that he just dropped, he said he paid out of pocket $350. But in the messages, he made it seem like it was him and Mac J paying the $350.
Well, yeah, I was saying we at the time of those messages because I thought that people were going to help me pay. I didn't think that I was going to have to pay for it all. I thought that Mac J and EBK Young Jock, I thought that everyone involved should pitch in, you know what I mean? But no one did. No one helped me at all. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay for this for Briss. I'm not just going to send the footage over to Mac J so he can have his cousin edit it or whatever he wanted to do.
So this is important because it leads up to why I said, oh, Mac J hit me up to edit the video in the interview. So yeah, pretty much he explained the situation. I reply, I say, shit, yeah, bro. He hit me up, I'm editing it, but he didn't make it seem like it was rushed. He basically said it was like a month turnaround, but I got you, bro. I'm gonna have it done by Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna make it dope, bro, I got you. Cause I actually genuinely fuck with Mac J. He's dope, he's a good artist. He responds, nah, it ain't no rush on you. This is a 5-month process. We've been asking him to send the footage so we could pay somebody like you or anybody to edit it, but he literally been holding it hostage to do what he want, then turn around to tell a dude to pay for his shit back. Man, this is your sheriff. This is your sheriff, guys. R.I.P. Briss, man. He was holding the footage hostage. Shame on you, Mr. Winters.
I told Mac J that if I'm going to send him all the footage after I just paid Trevor to edit it because Mac J wants to go have someone else edit it, I said, give me my $350 and I'll send you all the footage. I'm not going to give you this footage so you can go have someone edit a video and put it out after I just paid for Trevor to do it. Give me the $350. And I was like, yeah, I'll send you all the footage. That's fine. I'm done with this shit. I've been very open and clear with their camp about what's going on with the footage. And this is why Trevor is not able to show any screenshots, evidence of this. He's just taking Mac J's word for it because Mac J makes shit up because he's Big Bird. And I've always been in close communication with these guys about it. I said, you know, it's not enough footage. We just hopped out really quick at the gas station while we were filling up. and shot a couple of scenes, and it was like a failed mission, and I just happened to have the footage left on an SD card after Briss died. So no one wanted this video, no one wanted this footage until after Briss died, and then Mac J was like, send me all your footage. And I was like, no. And so for Mac J to say that he's like been waiting for 5 months for this stuff, no, it's just 5 months later he's hounding me for some stuff that he didn't care about 3 months ago, you know? So it's just really weird.
Mr. Winters. He says, the video could have been out and done 5 months ago if he would have sent our shit back like a normal person would do. Interesting, very interesting. So I didn't even send the completed video to Mike. I sent it straight to Mac J. So in my eyes, I'm thinking like, oh.
So Trevor's thinking like, oh, Mike Winters is canceled, so I'll just send the video to Mac J and I won't put Mike's name in the video at all, and we'll just box him completely out and everyone will think I'm cool for it and everything will be good. And that's what Trevor did. And this is why Trevor left me out in that interview, because he was participating in the blackball that was being orchestrated by Mac James.
Mike is kind of acting weird for this whole situation, and you know, he was kind of just doing what he was told like he normally does.
Again, acting weird according to Mac James, no one else. He's getting all of his information from a fucking complete known weirdo.
And this leads to me saying in the interview, oh, Mac J hit me up to edit the video. That's just kind of how I seen it, and you know, it wasn't anything personal, and I wasn't trying to leave you out.
So Trevor's been slandering me on various platforms for some time now, and I haven't responded because I felt like I was bigger than responding to something so stupid. And so Trevor thought that, he's like, Mike doesn't respond to me, I can say whatever I want, and Mike's not going to respond. We can build a narrative. And that's exactly what happened.
So again, I'm back on Figg. I didn't mean to say, oh, it was because of some miscommunication. The real reason was because he got upset about me not mentioning him, which you understand why I said Mac J. And really, it's like, you should understand as a content creator yourself who used to try to do interviews and shit I'm doing now, that sometimes, you know, when you're interviewing something, you get a little flustered. You don't really have a clear brain, kind of like when you were interviewing DB.
It's probably going to be awkward again because I get kind of nervous, like, putting on my own thing.
But
so that is true. I did at one point try to do like an interview based platform to try and, you know, do something other than music videos, because I was trying to segue myself out of music videos as I no longer enjoyed the sport. And so I did try to host some interviews, but I was terrible, okay? And I recognized that very quickly, and I quit doing them because it just wasn't my thing. And I didn't feel like it was really going anywhere, you know what I mean? Kind of like how Trevor Potter never really went anywhere. He's still in the same exact position he's been in for the last 10 years. That could never be me. So, you know, Trevor's very bitter about that.
I really should have told EBK, Young Jock, and Slowby that, hey, you know Mike Winters? He sent me this video because he didn't know how to edit it, and he needed me to sauce it up. Like, I probably should have told him that.
So you're saying that you should have just told the truth and kept it 100, and just, you know, this would have never been a big deal, which it's not?
In real time. And really, my issue with this whole thing is just how we went about it. So I dropped the interview with EBK, Young Jock, and Slowby, and he doesn't even call me or text me and kind of express how he's feeling about the interview. He could have just easily called me or texted me and said, hey man, I didn't really appreciate you not giving me my credit and not saying, hey, I initially hit you up and kind of facilitated the whole deal. It would have been so easy for me to be like, post something on my story or even talk about it in the interview or whatever and give him the credit, because as a content creator and like a music video director, I've been left out of credits all the time, so I know how it feels. But instead...
So Trevor's been left out too in the past, and he knows how it feels. So my question is, why would you do that to a fellow director? Just because Mac J got mad at him? That's a very clout chasey, sort of dick ridey sort of move, don't you think?
He went on his YouTube live stream and said this.
The fact that Trevor Potter's giving Mac James credit for what I did is sickening. So I want to point out that these live streams took place during a time when my nose was having issues with these allergies. Okay, Sacramento Valley, the allergy season was fucked, and I was just getting blitzkrieged by allergies. And I just want to point out, and I'm going to prove it later too, that all of my live streams, all of my early videos, I sounded nasally as fuck. What's up guys, Mike Winters here. Welcome back to Point and Shoot. And in this video, I'm going to be exposing some extremely disturbing information that I accidentally discovered during my... And so fortunately nowadays, my nose is clear because I'm no longer exposed to the treacherous pollens of the Sacramento Valley. So don't try to say that I was crying or I was emotional, because I was not. Listen, guys, the problem here is that, you know, all these people have to meet ride in order to get to the top of where they want to be, right?
but I don't give a fuck about that. Reason that Big Bloody ever came out.
And I want to put in the record that Trevor Potter joined the chat in this live stream and said that he didn't mention me in the interview because I was, no one knew who I was, he said. I was too insignificant for him to give credit to. And that is 100% the truth.
Everyone knows it. They just don't want to give me credit because they're scared because I'm not a popular guy within the dick riding realm. Because everyone in this rap game are all dick riding pussies. And they're not like Mike. They're scared. They don't want to speak up. They don't want to say what's actually going on.
That's kind of the origin story of why Mr. Winters started hating me. It was nothing really that serious, and it could have been solved by just some healthy communication and just him letting me know how he felt. But instead, he just wanted to burn the bridge and not fuck with me anymore. So that's kind of why I've stopped fucking with him for the last 2 or 3 years.
So Trevor doesn't fuck with me because I stopped fucking with him? That's fucking completely stupid.
And back then, he was a music video director who was trying to become a YouTuber and like make all sorts of like clout chasey kind of like nasty content. And it's also probably important to note that he stopped shooting music videos because I just feel like he had this bitter taste in his mouth because he wasn't really respected. Like, he was the only video director I know that would get on set and kind of be told what to do.
Hey, get my phone off the back of the car. It's right there.
Yep. Come on, start it back. Yeah. Where's Jock at? Jock, get up front. Hey, you guys, stop following me.
So Trevor thinks this is like a formal music video shoot. This is just like me hanging out with my friends at the time. Jock says, get my phone off the thing, brother. Like, we were all friends. We were all hanging out at the studio before this, getting drunk. Listen how drunk I sound. And this isn't on set. This is a gas station. We stopped for gas. This is a completely disorganized. This is why the video never came out. It just was trash. There was nothing. It wasn't enough footage. It was all trash. It was just a fucking gas station hop out really quick. We were there for about 10 minutes. Ran through the song a couple times, and that was it. And then everyone went home, and I didn't have enough, I felt like, to complete the video, so I didn't. And I was very open about this. I was in close communication saying, I don't have enough footage, let's shoot more. And everyone was like, okay, yeah, we'll shoot more tomorrow. But then no one wanted to shoot tomorrow, so the footage just sat there. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I started to get irritated, like, man, I'm wasting my time with these guys. And again, all of this information, all this slander is from Mac J. Okay, Trevor's just taking what Mac J said about me and presenting it as fact. And I think it's so funny. So I want to show you guys screenshots of myself and Mac J in close communication. The whole time I'm like in his DM, letting him know everything that's going on. I'm not catting on him. I'm not acting weird. Mac J is the one acting weird. Look at these. And so the narrative can't really be that I was catting and that I was acting funny and that he was hounding me for the footage and everything. Like, Mac J was just shrugging me off and just hitting me up whenever he felt like it was convenient. And I was like, no. We're not doing that. You obviously have been flaking on me for weeks, months, and I'm sort of tired of it. And so I just gave up on the whole thing and was like, Trevor can work with the footage he has. I paid him well enough. And this narrative that Trevor says he feels like I wasn't respected as a videographer because of this shit show footage that he saw. And I just want to let you guys know, I was very highly respected when I showed up on scene. People listened to exactly what I told them. They treated me like the president. Okay, I was a very big deal to these rappers.
As I walk that nigga to be on that. Hey, bro, you shot Brish that video that was in gray. Be important. I think so. When it was like,
I'm actually a fan of your channel as well. It's crazy, the whole Briss panhandling, his whole rise. I actually never knew that was you, so fuck. I apologize, bro. But yeah, man, you are a major part of Sacramento's history. So yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
So I was obviously always very well respected, very well renowned. You know, people told stories about me to their kids. You know what I mean? I was a very big deal. I'm obviously joking, but for Trevor to say that I quit music videos because I wasn't getting any respect, people were shitting on me all the time, that couldn't be further from the truth. So it's really just odd that he would say that. And I'm like a way bigger name than him. Coming out of Sacramento. I mean, no one knows that Trevor Potter's even from Sacramento. And he never shot any real music videos in the streets like I did. He shot for like people like Little Dad Dex, you know, and other sort of non-gang related artists. So he doesn't know what it's like dealing with these knuckleheads in the streets at a gas station at midnight. He has no idea what it's like.
Sometimes the video just doesn't get done. And Briss was kind of tough to shoot for. He was kind of all over the place. You know, he'd get a phone call and it was like, all right, hold on. We were trying to shoot a video, but we shot like 3 different songs in one night we kept switching the video around. Mac J would be like, this ain't the one. And Briss would be like, you right. And then we would switch it to another song and I'd be like, fuck. And then at the end of the night, I'd have like 3 different little, like 1/3 of a music video, and I couldn't really do anything, so we had to regroup the next day. Yeah. And it turned into a pain in the fucking ass. You know, sometimes I would go shoot for him, and we just never end up going to shoot. We would just end up hanging out and doing other shit.
Mr. Winters was tired of running to the fucking corner store to get backwoods for the gang, and he was tired of getting shitted on. And also, too, I just want to note that this dude is like 36 years old.
So this is Trevor age shaming me. Oh my God, I'm so old. Look at this.
Making content focused on no jumper. I feel like if you're 36 and you're making this type of content, 1, you don't really have a social life. 2, you probably don't have a girlfriend or a family. And 3, it's just like, you are so focused on these views and these comments that it's gone to your head. You actually think you're doing something in the world, and I'm just here to remind you, you're not.
All right, so he hits me with a bunch of probablys, which is really stupid. And I just wanted to point out that my audience is older. I don't make content for little kids, okay? They're mostly my age, in the age range of, 25 to 45. And so I think that's a really stupid thing for him to say, that all of you who watch my stuff that are in this age range, you guys should all be ashamed of yourself because you guys should be totally above watching no jumper content. Yeah, I mean, age shaming. And I just want to point out that Trevor's pushing 30 himself. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do when he's 35. And I want to be clear that I do support age shaming. I support making fun of people. I support all that. But this is kind of cringe. He's not doing it in an entertaining or funny way. It just comes off as like hateful projection because, as we all know, Trevor's desperately scared of getting older. And so I want to play you a clip of Trevor Potter talking about his age and how he's freaking out. Look at
bro,
this.
You still got, I love my age, bro.
I'm 28. I'm about to be 29.
And you're 32.
That's crazy.
Shit, nah, I'm 30.
Yo. Yeah, see, he just turned 30. But man, yeah, bro, listen to working behind the scenes, I'm just like, bro, I would not want to be where you're at because I know I'm stressed at this. And it's like, bro, we're like 35. Like, where am I gonna be at 35, 40 years old?
Shit.
I don't want to be setting up cameras and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Trevor Potter is looking for a way out also. He doesn't want to set up cameras. He doesn't want to do content for other people. He doesn't want to film music videos anymore. He wants to do what I do, which is content. So if I'm a failed video director, then what is Trevor Potter? He's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's looking for something else to do because it's not really working out. So I guess we're both failed video directors. Isn't that something?
I just wanted to kind of use this moment to show why your sheriff never shows his face and why he's not really respected in Sacramento. And honestly, speaking of that, like, he sent a super chat to back on Figg to talk about how the GDs are in his DMs about Flacco being banned from New York, which I just find super interesting because I got bloods from Sacramento telling me how he's banned from Sac. So I suggest you should do a video on that, Mr. Winters.
All right, so I never got banned from Sacramento. I openly stopped shooting music videos and told everyone that I'm quitting shooting music videos. And because I quit shooting music videos and started to bash Thizzler, all the artists that were aligned with Thizzler that wanted to be on Thizzler someday all started pushing this narrative that I was secretly Sacramento Gang Archives and that I got banned from Sac and everything else, which is 100% not true. And people would later tap in with me, begging me to shoot. I mean, countless bloods, countless Pyrus, countless people. I mean, here's a DM from Freeway Donnie asking me to come shoot, and I'm just being very respectfully open and saying, no, I don't do that anymore because you fuck with Mac J, and I don't fuck with Mac J, so I'm done. And this is how this narrative started. Mike got banned from Sac. I quit. So this is the classic you can't quit, you're fired situation, which is very low.
I also challenge you to show your face. I mean,
so this is where he starts making fun of my appearance, which I 100% support. I support 100% people making fun of me or anyone else. I think it's totally fine. But if Trevor has a problem with me doing it, then why is he? Is it because I don't show my face? Well, there's a very simple explanation why I don't show my face.
That shit is kind of bunk to me, like, for real, like, all that famous and everybody knowing your face and all that shit, like, that shit cool. It ain't all that, you feel me, what it look like on Instagram. Nigga, that shit is bunk, bro.
I know that kind of blows my mind, especially even with social media, like people being able to recognize you, but you can't recognize them.
Yeah,
like
that shit
they
crazy.
know who you are because they see you going up.
That
and
shit bunk.
they're
I'd
just a
rather
regular
just get
person.
this bag.
This is the only picture I have of him. And, you know, looking at it, there's probably a good reason why he hides his face. Because, I mean, shit, just look at him. He looks like that, creature from the Goonies. And this is an old picture.
So Trevor's literally doing point and shoot. He's copying, like he's doing exactly what he's criticizing me for doing, but he thinks that it's not bullying if you show your face. No, it is bullying. It's absolutely bullying, and I 100% agree that it should be done, and I support it. I mean, look at this fucking picture. I mean, I look like an air mattress that has a hole in it. I look absolutely ridiculous. Look at how fat and sloppy. I mean, really, I deserve every bit of that. I mean, could you even imagine living inside of this body? And this is a public service announcement. No one should become a paramedic. This is what paramedics do. They get fat. Being a paramedic will take you from like a gym rat athletic body type into a fucking, you know, built like a plate of mashed potatoes in no time, okay? And that's what I did with my life for a long time. I was a paramedic in Stockton and up in the mountains, and I used to save people's lives for a living, and I'd sit around in ambulances for 12 hours a day. And the stress and the, you know, psychological trauma of the job really makes people gain weight. 75% of all EMS workers are obese. So please, for whatever you guys do, if you guys decide to become a paramedic, do it on the fire side. Become firefighter medics so that you can exercise during the day and you won't be stuck sitting in an ambulance all day waiting for people to call 911. And so I'm so happy that I'm no longer a full-time medic and that I can actually live my life and not be a fat, disgusting slob as I once was. But I agree with Trevor. I mean, just look at me. What am I thinking about? It looks like I'm thinking about like, should I hurry up and go take a shit right now or wait till after the shoot? I don't know. This pad tie's fucking my shit up. So yeah, so Trevor is doing point and shoot. He's roasting me for my appearance, and he thinks it's okay for him, but no one else like me. So I thought that was important to show.
This is probably like 4 or 5 years old, so you could probably tell he's probably put on some more weight and aged a little bit more. I just don't respect anyone who's body shaming and kind of hating on people and they're not even able to show their face. Like, at least Flacco pulls up and he tells you how it is to your face. Like, that's the most respectable thing in the world.
Trevor Potter thinks that Flacco is respectable.
He has the camera right on him. So you could hate as much as you want. You can get your clicks and your views, but just know, I know the real you and you're not like that. I just like to take this time to respond to some of the shit he said in this Back on Figg reaction video. He claimed that he doesn't go back and forth because it's beta. Bro, just say you don't have hands. You saying you want to attack my co-hosts and my sponsors is just like the biggest bully shit ever. And you know who bullies people? People who got bullied. So hurt people, and I just want to leave you guys with that information.
So Trevor's bullying me and making fun of my appearance probably because people have made fun of his appearance. Okay, I don't know if that's the point he's trying to make, but he's literally making fun of me just like I make fun of people. But he's saying that, you know, the only people that do that are people who got bullied. And Trevor looks like he's from Whoville, and this is what he gets made fun of for all the time. He just gets blasted for looking so funny like a Whoville character. And this is probably why he's lashing out at me, because he's hurt, and hurt people hurt. Do you understand? This is a really hurt individual, and I feel so bad for him. And I think his insecurity stemming from his male pattern baldness that's severely setting in. I think that he's really angry about that, so he's lashing out at me, which I feel terrible for him for, you know what I mean? And that's why Trevor always has a hat plastered to the top of his head, because he wants to conceal his identity as a bald man. And he's admitted this. He's admitted to living in total fear of losing all of his hair, which is gonna happen. So I just wanted to point that out. It's very sad. And so I did 100% say that if Trevor kept mentioning me or tried to clout chase off of me again, that I was going to go in on his co-hosts and his sponsors and his Back on Figs and his Fig communities. And that's 100% true. And after looking into his co-hosts, I mean, I haven't really seen anything violatory yet, but I will be watching. But as far as, you know, his co-hosts, I probably won't be torching this guy. This guy seems like a level-headed guy. Listen to what he had to say about Trevor's disdain.
If I gotta address point and shoot, it's gonna be a long form style content video coming soon.
Written by Chat
really
GPT.
Love that nigga.
Why?
He gets a whole video.
I mean, he's just been talking too much. And look, on one end, it's like I could see
let the niggas talk. Like what is it to? That's why I'm like it for me to.
I've let them talk for a long time.
Put the energy out to like, all right, I'm shooting something where I'm talking about this person and I'm editing whatever it is.
So
Like,
Trevor lies and says that I've been talking about him forever and I've just been nonstop harassing him online. I've made one video featuring him and I didn't even torch him. I just made fun of his lighting because I thought that he was the one that lit the set for Figmunity World on their first episode. I made a video about how terrible their set looked. And this is what Trevor's talking about. Oh, he's been talking about me. So that video was a complete failure. I got ratioed as fuck. It was a huge L. It's like he took a W on that and he's complaining like I'm like that's negatively affecting him or something. It's really weird. And so that was that. That was my little get back. And I never mentioned him again. This is the only video that I mentioned Trevor in. But he wants everyone to think that I've just been like making all these videos and talking all this shit about him. The only time I talk shit about him is in his DM away from the public so that it's just, you know, it's not clout chasing. And I would rub in the fact that he was falling off miserably and that Figmunity World and all that shit wasn't what he thought it was going to be when he jumped ship on his daddy Adam 16. And he got his YouTube channel demonetized and his YouTube numbers are in the trash. And it's just like really funny to me. So I would tease him in his DM. It was not clout. I mean, why would you read it? Why not just ignore me or block me or something? It's really stupid. I have made up zero narratives. All I have told is the truth. My story has never changed in any interview or any live stream or this video. I mean, the story is consistent every time, but everyone else like Trevor and other people are changing their story. And it's just really glaring.
This kid, he's not even a kid. He's 36 years old, sitting behind a computer desk. He talks a lot of shit, but won't show his face. I don't respect you. I will never respect you. You're a failed video director who just is thirsty for the clout.
Meanwhile, you're clout chasing off of me. Okay, so that's really stupid, but you know, I guess I'll take it. And so what happens next is Trevor tries to kiss my ass a little bit. He's like, man, you're funny. My advice to you is use your power for good and not evil and expand your portfolio. And I'm going to try and do the same thing you're doing, only I'm not going to be as good as you. And that's pretty much what he said. And then he wanted to keep a fake beef narrative going. He proposed to me to keep the beef going, even though we were no longer enemies, it would seem, right? I mean, at least that's what he made it seem to me, like we were going to be cool again, not like friends, but not enemies. And so this fake beef thing was so pathetic. I was like, wow, you suck that much that you're trying to get me to help you with your situation by engaging in something fake? I don't think so. So I left him on scene, and I don't think he liked that very much. And I think that's what, that's why he's been so hateful of me lately. So that was the end of his little video. And what's going to happen here is Trevor's going to see this video, and then he's going to want to make another video because it's going to, that's the only way he can make content is going after people. It's clout chasing. He doesn't do this type of content. He's only doing this because he wants to be associated with me. Okay. And we've squashed the beef. I don't give a shit about him. I don't care about the whole, he boxed me out and blackballed me. I don't care about any of that. I never complained about any of that ever, other than when I originally did on that live stream like 4 years ago. And so Trevor made this video with all these lies in it, and all of the information from this video came from Mac J. Now, Mac J is a fake blood who started gangbanging after the age of 30 after Briss died. He wanted to assume Briss's identity as a blood, so, to fit his character. So he started wearing rags on his head, started banging a South Sac gang, which is Fruit Ridge. And I just thought it was so disgusting what he did, so I've always made fun of him. I've made fun of Mac J more than I've made fun of Trevor. And so you got this guy who claims that he's from Briss's gang down in Fruit Ridge in South Sac, when actually Mac J's from North Sac, and he was raised in a good home, never gangbanged in his life until now. And so now he's big bloody. And everyone's kind of made fun of him for that, and that's, I think, a big reason why he fell off. He's trying to be Briss when he's not. He's actually a square. And I want to show you this clip of his interview that he got because Briss died. Adam called him for an interview after the news hit, and Mac J came because Mac J is like a distant relative of Briss. And so Mac J comes to No Jumper, and Adam asks him simply where he's from in Sac and how he grew up, and listen to what this guy says. And you tell me if this guy is telling the truth. Look at this.
Tell me a little bit about you growing up and everything.
All right, boom.
We could talk about slang all the day, man. I just thought of so many more too. You know how everybody. You can start telling us where you're from. No, I got too excited. I started talking about this.
All right, yeah, boom, Sacramento, boom. I was living in the North Sacramento my whole life, boom. And I'm just a family nigga, so like, I don't know, like I always been around family, and my family, my whole family from the South. Mm-hmm. So like me, my brothers and sisters, I got. Oh, my fault.
Okay.
I got, 3, 3 sisters, but one didn't live with us. Boop. And one little brother. I got another brother too, but he didn't live with us either. But so the ones that did live with us, we all lived in the north. Feel me? The rest of my family was in the south. Some like what's his name moved to the north too, but went right back to the south. So nigga was always in the south though. You feel me? Boom. So like from there to there the whole time. Boom. Went to school.
All right, so Big Bloody doesn't know where the hell he's from. He's from the north. He's born and raised, grew up in the north his whole life, but all of a sudden he bangs a South Sacramento gang. I mean, you guys can figure it out. I don't know. But I wanted to use that as an example to show you guys how goofy Mac J is and how he's a liar and he tries to, you know, create false truths, you know, to portray himself as something he's not. And this is what he did with Trevor. He sent him a bunch of bullshit about me. And Mac J gets into it with every cameraman that he comes into contact with. He has this like sense of like he thinks he's a rap god that we all need to bow down to. And so he's gotten into it with every cameraman that he's ever shot with, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, something's literally wrong with him. Okay, he just needs to stay out and just do his thing and get a job at Food Max and stop gangbanging or pretending to anyways, especially at his age. I mean, I'm surprised that Trevor respects Mac J being someone who's doing this at his age. I thought Trevor was a big age shamer, but Trevor says that he's dope. He's so cool. Putting out gang disses after the age of 30 when you have like a family to look after is actually deplorable. And Mac J probably hates me because of, you know, how successful the channel's gotten and everything else and how he's fallen completely off. And now he's just like, I don't know what if he's mopping floors in the evenings to make ends meet. But Mac J is giving paragraphs of information to Trevor and Flacco about me because he wants me to go down. But the deal is that none of this is going to make me go away. Even if all of the lies that were perpetrated by Mac J and all those paragraphs that he sent to Trevor, even if that was all true, even if Trevor knocked it out of the park and exposed me and it was all true, even then it wouldn't affect me. People just want to see the content. They want the funny videos. They want to be entertained for 15 minutes after work. That's it. It's not that deep. It's so funny how they both teamed up to like try to take me down. You can't take me down. You can't like expose me because you think I'm a bully when my audience shows up for that. And unfortunately, you guys are just gonna have to lay back and just take it. And so in closing, I do want the record to show that Trevor Potter's YouTube channel, as far as I'm concerned, makes zero money. He's really struggling, you know, and he sees me not struggling, and that's where the hate comes from, I think. I mean, look at his Patreon. Look at it. Look at his paywall content. He's got like 10 people that pay to watch his stuff, and they're all like his family members and stuff. Look at Point and Shoot's Patreon. Point and Shoot's Patreon is fucking cracking. Look at all this engagement. Look at my engagement compared to Trevor's engagement. This is what enrages him, okay? I hope this is making sense, but this is facts. This is why, I mean, he never had a problem with me until he saw the numbers. Just my Patreon alone is going to do more money than his Patreon and YouTube channel combined for the entire year. So Trevor, it's going to take Trevor an entire year of both his Patreon and YouTube revenue to match 1 month of mine, okay? So you can understand why he's just so upset. And yes, my YouTube channel is monetized and doing very well for all the pocket watchers out there. That's also another narrative Trevor puts out that, oh, he doesn't even do it for money. I get paid. And so Trevor is, I don't know what he's going to do. His YouTube channel is a failure. He gets like 0 views. His subscribers don't even register on Social Blade. You can't even check his subscriber count for the month. There's too little of them. And so this is why Trevor hates me, because I'm not in that position. I'm not in that failure spot that he's in. And I don't have to set lights and cameras up for the one-armed man and Hot Yella. That's not me. I'm doing my own thing. And so I hope that you guys, you know, if there's any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. The slander will not stand. And so Trevor, and I'm calling this out right now, Trevor's going to continue to clout chase off of me. And I don't know if I'm going to respond next time, but I do want to show you guys some last minute cringe. This is going to be Trevor Potter interviewing his daddy, Adam 16. And Trevor's so nervous that he's fucking out of breath. He loves, I mean, you're going to see some real sucking right here. Look at this.
Tuned in, Free Smoke the podcast, sitting here, Adam 22.
Free Smoke the podcast, sitting here, Adam 22. I mean, this is pathetic. He thought he had a future in podcasting. This is why Adam never let him on camera, by the way. Adam thought Trevor fucking sucked and that he was filled with cringe. Look at this.
This is a big moment for me.
you know, you're like the reason why I started doing this podcast shit.
Nice.
Which is like, it's surreal to just be able to live in LA. I look at like my first podcast like 4 years ago in Sacramento. I was watching all your shit and I was just like, this dude is sick. He's coming through with some raw, you know, raw shit with these rappers, these people that I
So this is next level cringe. I mean, have you ever seen the 16 get his ass ate like this? This is really bad. And Trevor idolized and obsessed over the 16. He would go home and dress up like him and stuff for Halloween and come back to try to impress him and be like, look, I dressed up like you for Halloween. Can I have my own show? And he just never made it as a podcaster. And so I think Adam was happy to see him go. And now Trevor's forced to edit videos and shoot vlogs for Figmunity World for like low pay. And he's very unhappy with the pay. I mean, will someone cut this guy a check so he'll stop talking about me?
Would you say that we pay you well?
I get paid. I get paid wherever I go. That's the thing. I've set myself up.
No. I'm asking you. Do you think that we pay you well for all the content you do with us?
Yeah, I do a lot of content, but I think I get paid pretty well.
Ooh, so Trevor, that wasn't the answer that AD was looking for. He's like, yeah, I do a lot of content, but I make a lot of money because I make a lot of content. And so Trevor's working his ass off, you know, and I'm just sitting here talking into a microphone and I'm just eclipsing him as far as, you know, finances, and it's really bothering him. And so he made this video about me thinking that he was going to score a W when in fact it came off as super weird and cringy because he's like dead serious. I don't know if he knows that I'm doing this all like kind of as a joke. Like it's fun and funny to watch. It's not like people tune in because they're filled with hate. They tune in because they want to hear me torch. They want to hear me roast people. That's it. And all this video that Trevor made did for me was give me publicity and give me, you know, a positive outcome. And so this is my big break. This is like, you know, I'm finally breaking into No Jumper. Maybe they'll start talking about me and start, sending people my way so I can get even more subscribers and get right to the bag. And so with that, I just got to thank you guys for sticking around and hitting the like button and supporting. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one.